Hey guys, so as you may remember, I talked a bit a few weeks back about Dragon Age Origins, which I played. That game's from BioWare, and I really enjoyed it. And this week I've got another BioWare game for you. Not wanting to rest on their laurels, BioWare has been working on this game in particular that I've been playing for over 2 years now, and it is, of course, Mass Effect 2. Now, Mass Effect 2 is the sequel to Mass Effect, which came out in 2007, and it's probably one of the more anticipated games that's coming out this year. And I got to get it and play it and beat it and have lots of fun with it. So I figured, since I'm having all this enjoyment from it, maybe you guys wanted to take a minute to find out what I thought of it. Because maybe you get to play Mass Effect 2 like I get to play Mass Effect 2. Because I'm awesome. And maybe you're just not as awesome as me. Oh, Mass Effect 2. So, here's my opinion of Mass Effect 2. It's pretty clear Mass Effect 2 wants to shake things up right from the get-go. In the first 5 minutes of the game, the Normandy is attacked by an alien ship, destroyed, and Shepard is vented out into space and dies. Obviously, killing off the protagonist in the first 5 minutes would really jeopardize the rest of the game. Thankfully, though, that's not the case. Shepard's body is recovered by Cerberus, this evil, shady organization of humans, and they spend a bajillion thousand zillion dollars to rebuild him. The newly rebuilt Commander Shepard wakes up in the midst of an alien robot attack and is told by a voice that he has to defend himself if he wants to live. Eventually, you meet the head of Cerberus. The aptly titled Elusive Man explains that he's resurrected you for the purpose of defending the human race and the rest of the galaxy from the Reaper threat.
But humanity is under attack.
One of the main moral dilemmas in the game is how far do you trust this very clearly xenophobic and shady character when it comes to defending the entire universe. Shepard, now equipped with a brand spanking new ship, has to basically go out in the universe and find a team of people that are willing to go on this clearly suicide mission to save the universe. Although the game is this grand space epic, the game really just focuses on these characters that you recruit. They are probably some of the most unique and multi-dimensional video game characters I've seen in a long time. They all have very interesting personalities, and if you want them all to be loyal to you, you'll have to do stuff for them.
But they never planned on you.
And that's one of the really interesting things about the way this story is told. The entirety of the 20-some-odd hours of this game are built up of you meeting these characters and really getting to know them on a personal level. Then, when the final mission rolls around, some of them are more than likely going to die. Of course, which characters actually die on your final mission depends basically how you played the game. It's entirely possible that you might have done just enough so that every one of your characters walks away from it, or all of them die, including your character. The cast has rounded off with a lot of really talented actors like Martin Sheen, Adam Baldwin, Yvonne Strahovski from Chuck, who plays Miranda. I'm sorry to have to say this, but move over Claudia Black, I think I have a new nerd crush. As far as the gameplay is concerned, they took everything about Mass Effect 1 that was good and improved upon it on every level. Instead of being an RPG where you can kind of shoot guns, it is a shooter with some light RPG elements. They trimmed the fat of everything that was too much, too grindy from the first game, and made it just a really good shooter with some stuff that you can grind if you choose, but you don't need to. They also changed how the team works, so that you're not rewarded for just using the same characters. Each character brings a unique thing that might be more useful in one fight than the other. The Paragon and Renegade system is also slightly different this time around. It's less about just being a dick to everyone you see or being a nice guy to everyone you see. The game sort of poses the question, how far are you willing to go to complete your mission? Being a renegade sometimes just makes things easier, but reckless disregard for human life isn't a very heroic trait. Overall, I have to say, the game is just fantastic. It takes this very open, huge conflict, but makes it very character-driven, very personal, and seeing these characters that you've dedicated so much of your time to just die can be very sad. Although sometimes it feels like you just answered the multiple choice question wrong, so they die. and you're more rewarded for blindly following either Paragon or Renegade and not, a mixture of a gray area. But beyond all that nitpicky stuff, it is a fantastic shooter and a great RPG, and certainly one of the better games released this year, if not in the last few years. So there you have it. The game is such an improvement on the last one. It's still, there are obviously little nitpicky problems, but it is just a fantastic game. It's probably one of the better games to come out in recent years. And if you're a big fan of BioWare and RPGs, or if you're just into shooters, it's certainly definitely worth a pickup. So I would totally suggest you go out and get Mass Effect 2.